Can you hear me now? Is it recording now? Greg is the biggest dumbass on the universe. I've been telling stories for the past half a fucking hour. And he did not press fucking record. And now he wants me to repeat it all again?
Aloha.
Oh, fuck this shit. You played this.
Disclaimer.
But you did.
This podcast contains
Greg
explicit
sucks
content,
big fat dick.
and parental discretion is advised.
Greg likes
So no
mushroom
bitching if you
stamps on his
fucking get
head.
offended by anything.
He wants
Thank
you to put a spiny cactus up his bunghole and make him call you Spiny Daddy.
I'm going to skip the turtle song.
Do me with your prickly prick, Daddy. You jackass. And then you just looked down and noticed that it wasn't recording?
Yes.
How long did you notice? Were you afraid to stop me?
No, it was like literally that. The moment I noticed, I was like, oh shit. The moment I noticed.
You fucking twat waffle. I'll repeat all that again.
Well, then maybe I'll tell the story. At least I'll tell
the story, Junk.
I'm nowhere. I know you're probably going to end up taking over because you're going to be like, no, that's not how you tell it.
And I'm not going to say it as nicely as I was before because now I'm mad.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, we had a bad week.
Now even worse with dickhead over here.
Oh, God. Yeah. So, plumbing bites a
Fuck
dick.
your plumbing.
Really?
No. No. You probably don't even know how to use the plumbing or how to be a plumber. You probably break out a fucking plunger. Let me plunge you, baby. Yeah. Shit right in your eye.
That'll clean the pipes.
Shit right in your eye. I'm clogged.
Oh, God.
You should have known better than to drink while I'm... No, this is truly a tangent. This is a tangent because cockmuncher over here. Let me... I can't even finish a fucking sentence.
Well, and you were being almost too nice about it. You really were. Because the whole situation was completely
The assholes
bullshit.
behind us had the audacity to lie to my fucking face that their sink was not clogging. And when the fucking plumber came over here, we have old plumbing, and you supposedly supposed to have some hole in the wall, not glory hole, a hole in the wall under your sink that they can just go down to the main line. But we don't have it. So the plumber puts the fucking snake on his drill. This sounds really bad. It sounded really nice earlier. And so he puts the snake in the drain, and he's doing the drill and putting it through. And what happens? It fucking pokes a hole right through the other people behind their pipes behind us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had to go back there and fix their pipe. And then he comes back.
And then they tell him, oh, ours is backing up. No shit, Sherlock. If you told me that fucking last night, I would have told you what to do.
Right. And then, of course,
But no, fucking Opie from Muskogee wanted to lie to my fucking face like I was some native from the bush. I was going to fucking attack him through his gated door.
And
I made sure I stayed like I forgot to grab a mask, so I made sure I stayed far away from the door.
Mm-hmm. That's of course the right thing to do.
And he still lied to my face, and it still pisses me off. Like I wanna like lurk in the bushes, and be like, "Hey, white stick, why'd you lie to my face?"
Oh, man. But that's not even the end of this whole debacle.
No, this part is all him because I refuse, because of my anxiety and my PTSD. If anybody pisses, I have the fuse. I don't have a fuse.
Yeah, no. It sparks in her general direction. She might as well just be gas fumes and ready to
I swear you were gonna
burst.
say genitalia. And my genitalia is sparky.
How's your honey hole?
Sticky. Sticky, icky, icky.
Ew. So that actually happened like 2 weeks ago, right after we released the last episode. Part of the reason why we're late in recording, or my schedule changed, and we've been dealing with this situation.
Yeah, everybody would have known about your schedule changing when it was in the beginning of the other stuff that was supposed to be fucking recording.
Right.
But no.
Well, that's because I'm a dumbass and I forget to hit the record
Because
button.
he thinks things happen by osmosis.
Yeah, don't they? So that whole debacle happened 2 weeks ago, and before the guy walks out the door, the plumber that comes over, after he, of course, fixes the neighbors behind us, their pipes, he comes over and says, okay, so this is what needs to happen in order for us to actually fix this. Don't use your sink. We need to put an access point in there so that we can just get in there and fix the whole situation. So we did not use the sink. And then we heard nothing. Then we continued to hear nothing. And then I started sending messages. And they're like, oh, well, we're talking to the HOA. Well, okay, great. So last Friday, I'm like, okay, so do you have any kind of an update? This is almost a whole week now. And they're like, oh, they were supposed to send somebody out at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
But they did not send us an email the day before, or at least the day before, saying, oh, someone's coming over tomorrow.
Not only did they not send us an email, they didn't send us an email. They didn't leave a note on our door after the fact. They didn't leave a note on our door before. Nothing. They just
text or whatever. Now, when I'm like a hyper vigilant type person. If it's not a sound that's familiar to me, I wake up. So if this jackass said he came here and pressed the doorbell, I would have heard it.
Not only, if he had knocked, you would have heard it. I mean, what did he do? Walk up and pet the door?
Hi. I want to touch your pipes. Hello. I'm Mr. Plumber. I want to snake your drain.
So, not only did we not get that, so now we hit Monday, and now we've officially been without using a sink for a week. We still don't know anything.
And then I guess they didn't like the estimate that guy had given them, and now they contacted another plumber.
Right.
And they were supposed to come out today.
They sent me a message saying that, when would you like your appointment? So I put in the slots that I was going to be available, and they never showed. And then I was like, okay, so I haven't heard back. So they sent another message, when would you like your appointment? I put in the slots that I was available, and then they were like, well, we're not going to have anything available until... Oh, and I have it right here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have... wait. It would be between 2 and 4, unfortunately. 2 and 4 tomorrow, which was sent yesterday on the 19th.
And it's for an estimate. So they're still not going to fix it. They're just coming to... They're coming in my drain. They're coming to look at our fucking sink that looks so disgusting and dried and decrepit. And
we followed the rules. We have not used our sink in 2 weeks now. Or just shy of 2 weeks. So...
And he's going to look at it and go, oh... that looks bad. No shit, Sherlock.
Right. I'm just gonna be like, oh, does it look as bad as my foot up your ass?
And now it's fucking having to wash our dishes in the fucking bathtub or the sink. They're starting to fucking run slow.
Right. This is not conducive to anything good. So,
but the thing about the other plumber, that when he came and he opened up our U pipe, he smelt Drano. He goes, "Oh, so you guys use Drano?" And we're like, "We didn't use Drano."
yeah, we didn't use it at all. So
Which
that lets us know
means
that
the
neighbors
lying
did not
cocksuckers behind us use Drano.
good. Exactly. And then, so today we get up and we're like, okay, so we have an appointment between 2 and 4. I have to kind of cancel off anything. I was supposed to go up to the DMV today and take care of
You don't have to tell them where you're going.
take care of stuff. But I had to cancel the plans to do that because these people are supposed to come between 2 and 4. I'm sitting here waiting and waiting. 3:30 rolls around. We haven't heard anybody because they said that they were going to contact us about half an hour before they showed up. And that's between 2 and 4. 3:50 rolls around. We haven't heard anything.
So we start calling. I told him, start calling.
At 4:04, I call and I get a voicemail for the company that was supposed to show up. I left a message. By 5 o'clock, I had already called my our property manager. They gave me the phone number to this place, so I went and called them again. This time, it went straight to voicemail. Didn't even ring because now it's after 5 o'clock. And
because
then,
they did what most people do on the end of it when it's close to the end of a day on a Friday. They shut shit down so they don't have that last minute.
They ditch. But the thing that bothers me most about the whole thing on this is they have a emergency number.
And now, and when you call the emergency number, they're like, "We're sorry, this number is not in service."
Or no, this mailbox has not been set up. And we're like, but this is your emergency number. This is supposed to be the 24 hours a day you could reach somebody. So now we're going to be sitting here for 2 weeks because next Tuesday we'll officially make 2 weeks. No sink.
I mean, and this is just one of the traumas we've had with the property management.
Or in reality, it's the end of a very long month and a half. An incredibly long month and a half. And just dealing with that whole, or still dealing with this whole, like, I'd like to be able to run my damn dishwasher. I would like to be able to just turn on the sink, get my towel wet, and wipe off the counter.
And the actual owner of this unit is an Uber driver. And he was our driver when we first moved in.
We totally should have gotten his number.
I
will forever regret not having
because
gotten his
when we
number.
had mentioned the property management, he said, "What? They're not doing the job? I paid them the money." If he knew.
Well, and I don't even think at this point it's them not doing their job,
I mean,
because they contacted somebody and they didn't bother to do their job.
In the lease our first lease contract about the water.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be water included.
And that was in our lease.
And it was in our lease. And one day Gregory wakes up to take a shower before work and there's no water. So we're like, "Oh, are they doing work on another apartment?" Go outside. We don't see anything. We call our property management And they're like, oh, there's a discrepancy in your lease contract. They were supposed to change it where you're responsible for the water. And we're like, oh, that's not what we signed.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you want to on the next lease,
yeah,
fine. But on this lease,
and that's what they had to do. They had to honor the first year lease of paying the water. But here's the thing. They had to wait. What was it? We were without water for what, a week?
Something like that.
We were without water in the house for a week. We had to go to our freaking pool. The pool where they had the bathrooms at the pool because there's showers.
Aren't you glad, though, it didn't happen last summer? When the pool
we wouldn't
was
have
shut
been
down?
able to get in.
Yeah. I would have been like, Brandy, you're gonna come with me to work, and I got showers at work. Cause I'd be like, I tell them at work, it's like, yo, my water got turned off. I got a shower.
Fuck that. I would have stood out there buck ass naked in the fucking sprinklers. And people could complain about me. I don't care. I'm like, talk to my fucking property manager.
They got a water attraction at the park next to us, so you'd be able to do it there.
We're all the random homeless.
That's where the homeless get clean. But
get some.
But no, and yeah, it's one of the reasons why I would love to just own a home. It would be nice. Because that way, if we want something fixed, we just get it fixed.
And then with my boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have that month that I was not around, and I'm still doing it, but I suppress it a lot.
Yeah.
But I had another episode yesterday. I literally cry every day.
Yep. It's
But yeah.
It's amazing how much something like, a companion animal means to the person that companion animal is meant for. Beyond that, SWAT team at 7-Eleven.
Hot dogs.
That's actually one of my coworkers. They were like, what were they going in there for? What did they think they were going to get? Like that.
You have to explain
was,
the whole story.
So I'm on my way into work, and apparently, and it's like as I'm crossing the street right near my house, there's like one of the only 7-Elevens in the area, and a SWAT car goes blasting by, damn near runs in through the front door of the 7-Eleven by our house. And so apparently there's a guy holding the place up.
Give me my hot dogs.
No.
Why aren't the hot dogs ready now? I want my hot dog.
Right. And you can't even order hot dogs from 7-Eleven on DoorDash. So, I mean, they're a precious commodity.
Apparently, I was kind of pissed because I was going to order one.
Oh, God. There is something about the 7-Eleven hot dogs. They are
It's not just 7-Eleven hot dogs. It's theater hot dogs.
Convenience store and theater hot dogs.
Costco hot dogs.
It's right up there for you with, like, the shitty cheeseburgers.
No. Everybody loves Costco hot dogs.
What language are you speaking
And Lisa,
now?
I didn't say cock dogs.
What language are we speaking now?
See, Gregory doesn't know how to speak. I just create another language that only other squirrels in my world understand.
No. I did not say anything. See, I was on the phone with somebody else, and they knew what I said. They did not hear 15 nipples. You heard 15 nipples.
We gotta rewind about the 15 nipples now.
Okay, squirrel. So I'm on the phone with a friend.
You have to finish about the hot dog.
I do. Dude busted into the 7-Eleven. They actually managed to. They let all the hostages go, but
because they got their hot dog.
They got their hot dog. They took them all with them. But like
they got a consolation Slurpee.
How do you rob a 7-Eleven? Like the people behind the counter can't get into the safe. There's maybe $100 in the drawer, $200 in the drawer. Which
at a time? No, it's 20.
During the day.
No.
At night, it's usually 20.
No, all the time. 20.
Jesus.
That's why sometimes when you have to wait and you hear them fucking around with that plastic shit, they've got to put it into the safe.
Yeah. And so, like, there's no money accessible.
Real money you can turn around, use them that $20 and get some hot dog. It's
not even like they can get some scratchers. We're not in California. We're in Vegas. They don't even have scratchers here. So no scratchers. They got some slot machines there, but even the slot machines pay out a digital ticket. They don't pay out cash. So there was no real benefit of trying to rob that place. Now, I don't know the full story. The guy got out alive. They escorted him. He was arrested and everything like that. Thank goodness nobody was hurt. But what in that 3 hours, I hope in 3 hours, if I was in a standoff like that in 3 hours, I would be eating everything inside. I would have gained like 30 pounds inside that place because
not mainland 7-Elevens.
Well, no. Oh God, yeah. Because of my lack of hitting record, we forgot the description on how to make a spam musubi.
Because you are an idiot. Da, 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 da. SSHOME. Asshole. If you Google spam musubi, MUSU, I can Google. I can Google it. SPAM MUSUBI. Spam musubi. Google that. Make it. You will forever be happy. Just seriously, it's rice wrapped in rice with a pat of spam wrapped in seaweed, and just yum. Not like Red Robin yum. Mind you, I have not been to a Red Robin.
Yum.
I wouldn't know.
It's kind of like there are certain commercials where you just know what they're going to say. You know, you hear that Red Robin, and then everybody
like you can anybody within earshot of the TV and can hear it. You hear yum.
Yeah. There's a few that are like that. Oh God, what's that? The Liberty Mutual one. Liberty.
No. The one like the cop duo.
Yeah. Oh God.
With Limu.
And Doug.
Yeah. Limu, Emu. And Doug.
Yeah. Or you have a cash settlement and you need cash now.
Call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now. 877 cash now.
There's so many of them out there. Like, why do we remember commercials? Like, we'll forget the name of a person in a movie that we watched 5 minutes ago, but we can remember a commercial from like
that irritates you or something you don't like. You remember it.
Is that why I remember the Cheerios commercial from like the 80s?
No, you remember it because you got traumatized by Cheerios.
I did. So when I was a kid, we were living in Guam at
When
the
I
time.
was a kid. Okay, go.
We were living in Guam at the time, and when I used to love Honey Nut Cheerios. That was like my shit right there. I would eat Honey Nut Cheerios all the time because yum.
He likes honey nut.
I like the honey hole.
He likes, oh, fuck.
I'll leave that one to you. But the we got a box of Honey Nut Cheerios, and I poured myself a bowl and put some milk into it, and I sat down. I was about ready to eat breakfast, took a big old bite of it, then looked in my bowl. There was wheat beetles all drowning in my bowl and all over the...
And they were all backstroking like, hey!
I got a big old mouthful of bugs.
That's because he doesn't... Greg doesn't look at... This is going to sound bad. He doesn't look...
Since I'm a driver.
I'm going to finish. It's going to make sense. It's not going to bother your job. Greg doesn't look before he puts things in his mouth.
That just sounds like a bad porn.
You want to put that where? But,
Oh, God.
you want to put that wheel of wonder where?
Oh, man.
But, whatchamacall? What the hell was I saying?
That I don't look before I put things in my mouth?
Yeah. But, and at the grocery store, when you go grocery shopping and you look, you know, you're looking for what you need, you find what you need, you grab it while you're still looking at it. Greg will look at it, reach for it, and still not, and by this point he's not aiming, but he knows it's there, but he just doesn't know which one he's fucking grabbing. But he thinks he's grabbing the right thing. He turns his head and then makes connection with what he's supposed to get and puts it in the basket and doesn't look at it.
Nope.
So we've had some interesting things come home.
Oh, yeah. And usually it's something that we'll never eat. Like, you know.
Like
some little green aliens.
And I can actually be there sometimes, and when I could go to the store with him and we're putting this stuff on the belt, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Oh, I said, yeah, it was next to the one you had your hand on before, but you took your hand off of it so that you could turn your fucking head and then grab it and then put it in the basket. Basket, buggy, wagon, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it from wherever you happen to be. But, yeah, no. And now you get to explain honey hole. It's all yours.
Oh, yay. Was it honey hole or honey pot?
It was honey hole. Her honey hole was dried out.
Shh. Well, anyway, it was a TikTok. The granddaughter was with her grandmother at they were at some fast food restaurant or whatever, and they're eating, and I guess the granddaughter was looking at her Tinder or whatever, and she's all telling the grandma, "Oh, we should make you one," and she's all, "No, I don't do that anymore." And the granddaughter is laughing, and she's all, "Why not?" She's all, "Because my honey hole is all dried up." And the granddaughter was like, "What did you just say?" And the grandma got all embarrassed and was laughing and put her head down on the booth area, and she's cracking up, and she's all, "My honey hole is all dried up."
And I swear, because of that, I will find a reason to use that. I will find a time that it's going to be appropriate for me to use the term honey hole.
I'll tell everyone you have 15 nipples.
Oh, that's just because you can't hear. Unless
And
it's
you
like
can't
5
speak.
million miles away.
We're like that fucking Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder movie. See no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah. Or what's that?
One
The
is
Odd
one
Couple
is
or
deaf
whatever?
and can see, and the other one is fucking blind but can hear.
Right. And it's just, yeah. It for some reason it works. We finish each other's sentences. We get pissed off at the same things. We get happy about the same
Also,
things.
if we walk next to each other, I have to be on his right hand side.
Yep.
Because we have the same limping waddle that it kind of goes in synchron in the same way.
You
And
could
if I stand on his left side, we end up doing the bump the whole fucking time.
You could probably put a pretty good beat to it. I mean, it'd be cool. Yeah. Oh man. But no, that's been our. Fuck, that's just a week. That's just 2 weeks.
That's a month and a half.
Month and a half that has just been. But,
Yeah.
oh yeah, somewhere in there I got called a racist.
Oh yeah.
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 That was fun. That was another wonderful little. This is the face of racism in Vegas. I'm like, where?
Where?
Where'd you find it? You know?
I would have been like, you can see him?
Right.
That
Oh
would've-
wait. Let's be inclusive. You could see. You could see it. You could see the face. You know.
You see a face? I don't see a face.
But no, and I still have so much fun on this trip. But occasionally we just get the stupid. We have one lady that puts a huge bitch every time that I tell her she's got to fold the stroller while she's on the bus. She wants to leave her baby in there and just roll it onto the bus.
You can because it's a fire hazard, and it's also a safety hazard because you're blocking.
Blocking the path.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond that, if I come to a hard stop and that you lose
You
control
don't
of that
put on
stroller,
the brakes, baby goes splat on the front window.
on the front window, I personally think that it would be more preferable to keep your baby safe. Just my thoughts, you know. But I'm just a bus driver, so my opinion doesn't matter. And no, it's weird. Things are opening back up again, and fortunately, most people are being pretty cool about it. Most. But anyways, we don't have to make this one very long because you know what? I recorded it late, and I do have to apologize for that because, well, everything's just
And
miscreated
Ding
this
Dong
week.
made it worse by not starting recording when we were.
Oh yeah.
We had half of it done. It was half an hour in,
You had the best little rant going on.
and he fucked it up. And by the time you guys hear it, I'm already pissed off at him, pissed off at what I'm saying.
So, in conclusion on that matter, though, Moonlight Plumbing,
Oh my god, I just sounded like Booger Presley.
that would be impressive if I hope anybody's actually old enough to remember who that is.
They were just playing on Sci-Fi. It was they had
the nerds on Sci-Fi.
You just blew it. You just said the name of the fucking movie, Ding Dong.
Oh, but still, they were playing that movie on Sci-Fi. What the fuck? What?
It was a whole geek weekend. 80s geek movies. You missed it?
Of course, because I work weekends, and they made me work Friday. My first Friday off in like a decade. They're like, yeah, by the way,
What
you're
you
going
mean
into
a
work.
decade?
When was the last
Bullshit.
time-
You
no.
had Fridays off when you were working the bus already when I went to the time I took you to Viva.
That was
3 years ago. Because we weren't living here yet.
We weren't living here yet. I think that might have been like in my first like like when I was still training.
And everybody's all pissy. How come he gets weekends off?
Right. No, it was my very first bid straight out of training. And I got like Friday off that first 3 months. That was it.
Why weekends off?
Yeah. Except it ended up with me 6 months later being on the strip, and I haven't left since. 3.5 years now. Anything else is just boring.
And here's my question. Why are veterinarians so... Why is it so expensive? Why is veterinary care so fucking expensive?
Like, seriously, what did they do?
They didn't even do any tests. I basically am paying for
Right.
the initial visit, his goodnight serum,
Mm-hmm.
and the cremation package.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm paying for, because all they did was stick in the port for the IV and he started to crash.
Right. And to be fair, about
and they did an
is,
ultrasound.
Yeah. To be fair, about a fourth of that was the cremation package. We did go with the expensive option on that.
Because that's my boy.
That's your boy. And totally deserving. But even that is ridiculous because, again, to be fair, that beautiful little urn is maybe $5 of material. Maybe. You know, they did a beautiful job, though. They really did.
I thought that was really cute that they cut all 3 colors that was on him.
Yeah, because one of the parts of the package that we did get, they gave a little fur clipping, and he was mostly white. He was
white with like a brownish gray tabby spots. Everybody thought his spots were gray. Were just black. No, he had tabby spots.
Mm-hmm.
And his tail looked like a ring-tailed lemur. So they put
and
the
even
white.
Better, he had Mickey Mouse on his flank. But
yeah.
So yeah, no, they did a really good job of making.
So
really
they
cute.
took a clipping of the lighter part of the gray and brown mix. They took a clip of the dark part of the spot and his white fur.
Yeah.
And they put it all 3 together next to each other.
Right. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful job, and he's forever going to be remembered fondly. But, anyways, we should end this on a sad. Sorry to do it on a kind of sad note, but it's been kind of a sad and rough month. We will be back in 2 weeks, and
hopefully I stop crying by then.
We'll work on that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And now you get to have your Turtles Humping remix. Thank you for listening.
Because we had it on the first time.
No, we didn't. It didn't get recorded.
But the Salami Soul Sucker over here.
Yeah, thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, please check out the rest of our content. We are on all the major streaming services, including YouTube. Show them to your friends. Pass it on. If you really liked it, check out patreon.com/thesquirrel-tangent.
Bless your heart if you like this one.
Right, yeah.
This podcast was a hot fucking mess.
Oh, man. Aloha.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, Karen.